guys, welcome back to Roleplay. Sorry about that crash earlier. I'm not really sure what happened. Guys, you're probably going to hear a slight echo again. I'll try to fix that. Someone talk real quick to see if we do have an echo.
I don't hear anything. Oh, yeah, I do. It's there.
Yeah, there we go.
Should be fixed now.
Cool.
Test, 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 test.
God, that is so weird.
I hear it.
You hear it?
Do you?
Yeah,
I don't hear it at all.
I heard it a little bit.
I hear nothing.
Cool.
Well, let's have them fixed on the fly, but we don't have a whole lot of time to be doing this, so.
Yeah. So
Jen
where
said
we...
she needs to end at midnight. Tight.
Right.
Let's do this.
Wait, why did now all of the audio kilt was dead on y'all's
No,
end?
that was just Jen muted her mic.
Oh, I was, I was really freaking out.
Yeah, well, because
do
you
this.
still have that background noise, and then everything.
all the
dead
wires
silent.
Well, I'm trying to like cut it off when you guys hear a background noise.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
please.
Where we cut off prior to this, the group was coming back inside, and I think that's right where the stream crashed, but we were actually taking a break, so you guys missed nothing.
All right, so you guys walk back inside, and you see Azriel standing by the bedside, kind of looking at the weapons.
Okay. I just take my seat again once I begin sharpening my daggers, and I presume we just kind of wait a while and...
Okay. You wait a few more minutes, and eventually one of you guys, puts your hand on to see what's going on, and they say that their conversation is done, and that you had best prepare for the next day's journey.
All right, friends, let's get some rest. We've got like I said, we're getting into the thick of things tomorrow. So take up your weapons. Good night, and get some rest. And I immediately start to disrobe immediately.
I kind of stare.
I'm like, not this again. I grab Crawford and be like, shield your eyes, friend. And I leave the room with Crawford. As I'm running out, I'm like, thank you all, by the way. That was very nice. Thank you. Have a good night. And I make my way to my room.
I grab my spear and I ask him what they talked about.
We caught up on old times and brought our fellow up to date on events, the current awakening of dragons, and told him who you were.
When you say our fellow, you mean Horwind?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Whirlwind.
The weapons are picking up on it too.
So Bregor leaves the room, and now it's just Abby, who's kind of like slowly going for her bow while lingering gaze rests on Longborn.
He just kind of keeps smiling and like takes 2 feet, turns and sees that she's still looking like, good night, good evening.
Night. Then I leave.
Okay.
So I asked my bow what they talked about.
They spoke to me of who you were, what has been going on.
And what did you think about the discussion?
Interesting. I have yet to meet you as a person. We'll see how you turn out to be. But if you are as the others claim the rest of the party is, we shall get along pleasantly. And we shall slay many dragons.
Did they mention the dragon I killed?
This is like the happiest day of Abigail's life because she realizes that it can't die to like natural causes or anything like that. It can only talk.
Best ferret ever.
Oh, God.
It can even talk.
I have a captive audience for all of time.
They spoke of all of the journeys that while you two have been together.
So are you guys all happy with your owners? Well, owners. I don't know how you guys want to call it. Wielders?
Companions is the preferred term.
Alright. Are you guys all happy with your companions?
I've yet to see who you will be. The others seem pleased with who they were stuck with.
Okay. Well, if you want to get to know me, I'm open to talk. So Neal, I don't know how long we want to role play this getting to know each other, but I would really like Abigail to actually spend some time every night talking to the weapon and getting to know it.
Okay.
Like what its goals are. Like even trying to find out if there's like qualities the bull likes, like what it likes to do, if it has a personality.
Continue.
I see this ending in bow jerky somehow.
If it likes to high five.
Okay. You guys chat for a while. You get along all right. You know, it's still a little awkward, like when you meet a new person and you don't really have the same common interests. Like, what do you like to do? I like killing dragons. Oh. Well, what's your favorite color? The color of dragon's blood. Okay.
So do you like anything else besides killing dragons?
Hearing their cries of suffering.
And nothing else makes you happy?
I was born to slay dragons. It is my duty. That's what I was bonded here for.
And you don't have anything else you like to do in life?
Oddly enough, he enjoys eating ferret jerky, believe it or not.
Nope.
My sole existence at this point is the death of dragons.
But you must not be exactly like all your brothers. You guys can't all be copies of each other. You must have a personality, right? Like, isn't there something that makes you different from your brothers?
Are you saying I'm the same?
No, I'm asking you.
Are you saying that we are indistinguishable?
No, I'm asking you what makes
Really?
you different, except from being a different type of weapon.
You mortals are all the same.
Are you telling me that we're all the same?
Yes.
I'm asking you what makes you different.
Just for clarification for the chat, by the way, my conversations with Ravenger do not go like, or Harbinger, excuse me, do not go like this at all.
I imagine them going exactly like this, with your
Ravenger's
hands
a
on
cool
your
name.
hips. Are you saying...
That's what happens behind closed doors. Vincent starts talking his true voice, which we heard earlier. He has a conversation with Harbinger.
So you guys chat for a while. We don't have to go into details.
Okay,
Right
but I just tried to get to know my bow, see if there's anything
Abigail, do you
that
get
makes
any
it
sleep
special.
that night, or do you just talk to the bow the whole night?
I'll talk to it for like an hour and then I'll sleep.
It's one of those things where 1 hour turns into 2
Okay.
and 3, and then
Now
you're like,
you
oh,
hang
shit,
up.
that's-
Now you hang up.
Good night.
You put me down. No, you let go of me.
Exactly.
Ah, stop it. You sleep. Oh, I can stay awake.
I can stay awake all night. I'm a
Oh my god, did you hear what Brager said to Bloodsinger the other day?
Oh,
The way he holds it, you can totally tell he's got it for him.
What's going on with Azrael and the hammer? Those two seem to hit it off really well.
exactly.
Okay, so we all do eventually sleep, Neil. We wake up, grab our breakfast, and then we head to where we're going to meet for the Griffin Riders.
Alright, you meet back at the palace, and then you get taken to the aviary, and you are presented with 4 griffins. And the aviary master, I don't know what you'd call him. The Griffin Lord?
Avarian.
The equivalent of a horse lord.
Griffin Lord.
Griffin Lord. The Griffin Lord says, these creatures are intelligent. And unless you are a trained rider, they tend not to follow commands. They're very strong-willed. So we will tell them where you need to go, and I suggest you just hold on and let them do their thing.
All right, very good, friend. Thank you for that. It just sounds like we lost sound because Abigail muted herself, but we also have sound.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it's starting
okay.
to fucking freak me out because I'm like, oh god, the PCs are frozen.
I know.
again.
It's just apparently we're at.
Well,
where
do you guys
Jen
want me
lives,
to
so it's just
leave
like-
it on? Like,
No,
Yeah, you're fine. It's not that bad.
Yeah, you're doing
Okay,
a good
let's-
job. It's just freaking me out because I'm like, oh.
let's keep the
fuck.
background noise.
I think the ideal situation
Makes
is
you
to
feel safe
turn
with
the
JP
fan off, leave it
background
sweltering
noise.
in your room, so that we all have a little less noise.
Yeah, the rest of us suffer. You can suffer
Yeah.
too.
What?
What?
I don't-
Okay, fine. It's not
Alright,
even a
so
fan,
we
it's
ride
a
the
humidification.
No, it's
I
fine.
fire.
refuse to go 2 days without ever killing anything. My
Okay, it's
God.
okay, let's just move on. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue You hop on the griffins and you take off. Where did you say you wanted to go?
Oh, good question.
Neverland.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Third star on the left.
Kind
Is that what it
of like Riverdale or something like that. Is that Riverdale or?
I would assume we figure this out before.
Yeah.
We
Were we
leave.
talking about copper? Something copper?
Copper stop.
We're flying south. I would say we stop at the smallest town, which looks to be Third
Derb.
Third
Derb.
Let's land in the forest right outside of that.
There's no forest right outside of that.
Griffin man.
The mountain
Do you
range
see a
right
forest
outside
of it?
I see little
Okay.
dots. I thought they were.
Foresty.
Yeah. The little brown
No.
dots are mountains, and the little
Hills.
green dots are. Oh, those are hills.
In the hills then.
Yeah,
Hills.
brown are hills, gray is mountain. The gray chunks are mountain. green is
Derb,
forest.
Torper.
Let's go.
Derb.
Let's go to the Derb.
To Derb.
Okay, you guys go. You guys go
hills.
to the Derb.
My griffin's name is Falcor, coincidentally, by the way.
Falcor.
Yep.
Mine's named Falco.
Falcor.
Mine
Abigail's
is
named
Falcone.
Falcrum, and Horace is named Fulcrum.
Hmm.
So they're all brothers.
No, his name's Falcorus. That's what his is named.
Horace.
It's slightly different. It has a scar on its beak.
Yeah. He's got a longer mane, too, in the back, like in the center. It's just a little bit longer than all the other griffins.
I mean, he has
Mine
a
has
butterfly
red
tattoo
eyes.
on his foot.
All right, I severely regret naming my griffin already, but anyways, we ride them to the Derb.
Here's a griffin for those of you that don't know what a griffin looks like. Yay, griffin.
Pretty cool.
So you guys take off on your griffins, and they fly pretty quickly, move flight speed 30, and they can beeline it. So they land just for the first night. They land right outside of Prydell, kind of in the forest at the edge of the foothills. So you guys land there and make camp for a night because they don't want to fly all night long. The griffins do not speak like a common language. They screech like an eagle, but they don't speak.
Okay.
So,
Then we make
you
camp, and then
guys-
the next day we go.
You guys make camp. I'm just rolling for encounters.
How does Oris's bird feel about them?
You have a hawk,
Falcon? Is it a
falcon. Is it a
It's a
falcon
falcon.
or is it a hawk?
The Falk.
fuck?
It's actually a
No,
frog
it's a
with
hawk.
wings on it.
Because
That's
I
a
remember the jokes we made the first time that I was introduced to the party. So it's definitely a hawk.
Right. Okay, so griffins are half lion, half eagle. And this is a hawk. Okay. It kind of stays clear of the griffins. And it does not come back to you at night. But you do see it cruising around behind you during the day.
Okay.
You guys make camp. Night passes uneventfully. And you remount the griffins the next day and continue off over the mountain range. As you guys are flying, I need perception checks from all of you.
Mine's 11, I believe.
Yep.
20 plus 11. I got a 20.
30!
Ooh, wow.
I see all the
29.
things.
Damn,
27.
Nine.
We all rolled pretty
7.
well.
Not me. I'm
Hey,
actually
it's
just kind of
great.
like,
Griffins!
He's like, I'm flying. Look at me. You got your arms stretched out and everything. Vincent's really enjoying this, guys.
it's a good ride. Go ahead, Neil. So the
Oh,
harmless
wow.
white dragon rides up right next to me and I cut its head off. Can we go to the...
Next
No.
time.
Its
So you guys
blood is
are
gold.
cruising through the skies. Everything's going pretty normal. You guys are not really used to being up here. It's cold in this altitude, and you guys don't really have warm clothing for it. So it's it's a little uncomfortable, but you can brace yourself against the wind, kind of like nestle in with get your hands in the feathers and the fur and stay warm that way. When from behind you, you guys hear a roar and a blast of ice as a white dragon.
I wouldn't
appears
sense this from Crawford. He wouldn't tell me this.
Oh, you are absolutely right. I totally forgot about Crawford.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys are flying, and Crawford says, I feel a dragon nearby. Jesus.
And we're like, haha.
Well done, JP.
We're
Well
not
done.
about to get braggered, all right? Like,
Well, it had rolled a natural 20 on it, all of its hiding away from you guys, and was going to come from where the sun was. And it had brilliant
Understand.
strategy and planning, but Crawford is OP, so... yeah. As you guys are flying, you hear Crawford say to you, I sense a dragon nearby.
I scream that as loud as I can to see to make sure. Like, are they able to hear me? And the fact that we're flying through the fucking air fast as shit.
Oh, Jeff.
Well, it's
can
not that
hear you.
fast. I can't hear?
Jeff can hear you, yeah, and
Oh.
he can spread it to the person in front of him, hopefully, and so forth and so on.
So I hear him shout this, and as I hear that, I immediately shout at the rest of the group, like, "Hey, Crawford detects a dragon. Form up, V formation, flying wing."
Question, Neil: Is Crawford the only weapon that detects dragons?
Yes, yes, it is.
Interesting.
Each weapon has its own set of unique abilities.
Abigail, get Whirlwind up here. I don't know what angle it's coming from, but be ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna... Can I wield my bow as I'm on the griffin?
Yes, but you get penalties to hit.
Okay. So I'll
I
still
pull
get
out-
my bow ready.
I pull out Harbinger and I lean into where I assume there's some kind of hearing receptacle on the griffin.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I want you to fly me as close to the dragon as possible. And then I'm going to cut its fucking head off. And don't fuck this up. Yeah. Do we know where it's coming from yet? Do we see it?
No idea.
I instruct my griffin and my spear to prepare for the loins.
Going in deep.
Yeah, we're going for the loins here.
Okay, so you guys are all looking about, and Crawford keeps saying to you, it's closer, a mile now. It's nearby, you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
As time goes on a little bit here, Neil, I say, I instruct the party to take the flying V closer to land so that we can maneuver a little bit better amongst the trees and not also suffer a terrible fall. And I don't say it that calm. I'm like, everyone, take the flying V closer to land. We'll use the trees.
Yep.
I say that to my griffin.
And then I
Like,
dive my
"Down,
griffin down to the
please."
trees.
You have no idea how to dive your griffin. You're like, oh, fuck, it's not responding to any of my commands.
Down, please, griffin.
Really, after this 2-day journey, we never really figured out how to communicate directions with the griffins?
We didn't get any
Yeah.
tips from
Do you
the
remember what
Griffin
the
Lord?
Griffin Lord said?
Oh, they kind of do what they
Said
want.
they're pretty willful, and if you're not a trained rider, griffins tend to just ignore you and do their own shit. They're
Okay.
kind of rude.
Really?
Okay, so
I pull
Neil,
out my
this
potion of speaking to Griffin, and
Neil, I take crawl for it. I see that like I'm having issues, fucking going down, etc., like controlling it. So I take crawl for it and like put it on the neck of the griffin and say, "Crawl for it, speak to this thing, and make it go down."
Immediately, the griffin lets out a cry, a shrill cry, and all of the griffins together start like going back at each other, and they all start swooping upward.
Oh god.
I'm like, "Crawl for it, down, not up."
oh, well, I know what happened, but that'd be mind gaming. As it starts going higher, I say to the Griffin, "Look, I need you to take us closer to land. It's the better strategy. I know you're stubborn, but if you want to live any longer, we need to work together on this one, my friend, my beaked friend."
You're not sure whether it can even hear you or understand you because it shows like zero recognition. You're not even sure, like they don't speak. You don't know if they can actually understand words. They're more intelligent than a dog, but how intelligent exactly is clearly up for grabs.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just still kind of shouting at it, like, "Land, down to the ground, please." And at this point, if there has been no recognition between now and our trip, then it's like, I am talking to a dog. It's like,
Yeah, it's very much like you're talking to a dog. That's
Okay.
kind of the feeling you're getting.
I'm pointing at the ground and saying land, and I'm like spur kicking it. Obviously, I don't wear spurs or anything like that, but I'm
So
doing
as
everything
these,
I can.
As these griffins are climbing, you kind of get a glance over your shoulder, and you see probably half a mile away from you, there's a white dragon that had been hidden like up near the sun. And from this angle, you can actually see it.
It's half a mile out, you said?
Yeah.
Neil, just so that it doesn't look like I'm mind gaming, by the way, or not mind gaming, but cheating.
Mm-hmm.
The potion for Featherfall is at my waist. It's at my belt. It's not in the
Okay.
bag or anything like that.
I want to say that as soon as the dragon comes in the longest range for a bow, I want to fire at the dragon.
Yeah, I'd try as well.
Okay.
So my griffin's still not responding at all. Like I'm saying, I'm doing everything I can to point at the ground and tell it to go lower, and it's just not.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah. It's like trying to tell a dog to roll over when it doesn't know any tricks at all. It's like, huh?
Okay.
So we're just flying up? That's what's happening
Yeah.
right
So yeah, well, the griffins gain some altitude, and they kind of split off into two different groups, and one goes to the left, and one goes to the right, and then they start actually circling back, and you guys start heading towards the dragon.
So we're all together as a group then? We reconvene?
Oh my god, it's
No,
cute
there's
with
two
the
on one
weapon.
side, two on the other side.
Who am I with? And who's with who?
You are on the flank with Vincent Longborn. Horace and Abigail are on the other flank.
I said the griffin's not carrying, it's clearly the hammer who said, charge the motherfucking dragon!
Yeah, I scream to Vincent. I say, Vincent, crawl for it told the griffin to attack, not to go down. So we're going. This is happening.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that, Fred. Thanks, though.
Yeah.
So as I'm like making a beeline, I guess, for the dragon, I pull up my shield, hold it out in front of me, Harbinger at my side, and I don't know. I try to steer it with my legs or whatever, not directly into the dragon, but coming in at an angle or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I drink one of the potions that I got, one of the healing potions. I don't know what my HP is as well. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, can we get HP checks real quick?
I know that I was at 15 out of 44 when we ended last session. So however many nights it's been since that.
It should
I
be
remember
2
being
HP over
full.
above that.
Okay.
Grab
much-
the HP sheet.
How many actions can I get in before we get to this thing? Like, could I chug 2 potions?
Yeah, you can chug 2 potions if you really wanted.
What do they
I
heal
shouted
for?
Abigail too. Abigail,
Asriel, you are at 20 of 44.
Okay.
Whirlwind will land the dragon. We need to get the griffins on the ground. Land it.
So, I'll ask Whirlwind, I'll say, I know you guys want to fight the dragon, but I don't think going in straight up is the most effective way to do it. I think we're all
How
gonna-
long have you been fighting dragons?
For a while now. Probably
I've
like a
been
year
born.
and a half.
I was born to fight these creatures.
You really think that 4
You know
humans
nothing.
else head-on will fight a dragon and succeed by going right at it when it can shoot us with a freaking...
You land on the ground, they will barrage you from the air, and you will never defeat them.
Can
You
you
fight
get
them in the air, and they cannot run from you.
Can you get me behind the dragon so that I can get a back attack on it? I'm I'm pretty effective from behind. That's what I can say, or from underneath it, or something. I don't think the best position for me is to be right in front of the dragon.
JP, did you roll your healing potions?
No, what is the roll for that? Sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
So
each of them.
44 plus 2? Or plus 4?
44 plus 4, yeah.
Wait, what? The fuck did I just type? Roll 44. Could not determine result. What the fuck am I doing wrong?
Do it again.
I've done it twice now. Roll 44. Oh, I'm an idiot. 13. I rolled the same exact number as Ryan somehow.
Nice.
Nice. That brings you to 33.
All right. I don't know why I brain farted on that roll. Anyways.
Can you give us the rest of our HPs?
Horace is at 28 out of 34. Everyone else is at full. Vincent's 37 out of 37. Abigail's 33 out of 33. Azrael's 33 out of 34.
33 out of 44.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that your full, Max?
Yeah, you said 34. Anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I guess we're just... I guess I'm waiting for Abigail and Horace to try to hit this thing as we're, like, sailing towards it.